Alright, let's try this again. What's going on, guys? Back at you with another YouTube video. Pre-recorded, of course, via StreamYard, because I need a new computer. But that's besides the point. You see the title of the video? This whole week, up until Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, this week is dumpster fire week in the NFL. Now, if you're asking what a dumpster fire is, well, it's quite simple. Teams that are playing like garbage go in a dumpster fire. And the teams that I will be talking about are the Broncos, the Bears, the Jets, and the Giants. Now, people who know me probably think I'm being petty, starting with the Broncos. No, I'm not being petty. I'm being realistic because unlike the other three teams I just named, the Broncos did something today that the other three teams didn't or haven't as of yet. The Giants came close week one, but that's besides the point. The Denver Broncos today gave up 70 points to the Miami Dolphins. And yes, for those of you wondering, that is a record of points given up in NFL history. 70 points. That is unheard of. They gave up 5 rushing touchdowns and 5 passing touchdowns. Touchdowns that were 6 points plus the extra point is worth 7. So 35 plus 35 equals what the Dolphins scored, which is 70 points. Now, excuse me. I wish I could be petty and say all of this on my old Seahawks quarterback, Russell Wilson. And he does partly deserve some of the blame. Why do I say this? Well, because he's the one that wanted Sean Payton as his head coach. Because he thought Sean Payton would turn this whole team around. Russ, with all due respect, last year you played horrible. But it wasn't just you that played horrible. The offensive line played horrible. I wish I could say the defense played horrible. But for the most part, they didn't, except for Christmas Day when they gave up I think it was 56 or 59 points up to the Rams, which, by the way, that was a very Merry Christmas to me. I wasn't at the game, but I wish I was. I wish I had been, because I would have. It would have been like adding cold right to a stocking for me. So that's me being petty. I'll admit it, and for those of you who are new, I can be petty from time to time. I'm not going to change that for anyone. If you like craziness, you're at the right channel. If you don't like craziness, go to another channel. Just a PSA for those of you who are new to the channel. But anyway, back to the Broncos. Russell Wilson, you needed a quarterback coach. Instead, you hired an offensive coordinator, a great offensive coordinator in Sean Payton, to be a head coach. Something, unfortunately, you no longer can be. Why? Because when he won the Super Bowl, he had Drew Brees, Reggie Bush, Marcus Colston, Jeffrey Henderson, Pierre Thomas, a great offensive line, a great defensive line, a workable linebacking core. I say workable, and that's me being polite, because they had Jonathan Roma. That's the only reason it became workable. Shout out to Jonathan Roma. And they had a elite secondary with, God forgive me for saying this name, Darren Sharper, cleaning things up in the back end. I say God help me saying Darren Sharper's name because of legal reasons that I'm not going to get into. You can Google it if you want to, but that's neither here nor there. Now, let's go back to Sean Payton when he won the Super Bowl with the Saints. When he won the Super Bowl with the Saints, basically everyone knew whoever won the NFC Championship game between the Vikings and the Saints was going to win the Super Bowl against the Colts, because Peyton Manning, except against the Bears, never delivered in a Super Bowl. Even the one the last Super Bowl he won with the Broncos against the Panthers, he won that because the defense was great against Cam Newton. It's not because he played a great game. You can say the same thing about the Super Bowl he won with the Colts against the Bears. When it came to the big game, Peyton Manning usually choked. He choked against the Patriots multiple times. He choked against the Ravens in uh, early early 2013. It didn't help that the defense gave up a Hail Mary toss to Jacoby Jones of all people. Shout out to Jacoby Jones. And that the Ravens won the coin flip in overtime, but that's besides the point. Getting back to the point, Sean Payne was very fortunate to win that Super Bowl. After he won that Super Bowl, he didn't do much as a coach except get suspended for putting out hits on opposing quarterbacks, such as Kurt Warner, Brett Favre, and even Tom Brady. And even if he didn't pay the players, he knew that the defensive coordinator, Greg Williams, was paying the players to hurt the opposing quarterback. But again, that's besides the point. Getting back to the dumpster fire in Denver. So, yeah, Drew Brees, a future Hall of Famer, no doubt about that. And he made it to the playoffs multiple years, but never got back to another. Actually, he did get back to another NFC championship that the Saints got cheated out of against the Rams, where there was blatant pass interference that didn't get called, and the Rams went on to win that game in overtime and get to the Super Bowl and lose to Tom Brady and the Patriots in one of the best defensive played Super Bowls in Super Bowl history. I think the final score was 16-3 of that Super Bowl between the Patriots and Rams. But even if the Saints win, they lose that game because the Patriots defense was way too good, even for the Rams that year. But after that, he didn't make it back to another NFC championship. He retired when Drew Brees retired. In my opinion, Drew Brees retired about 2 or 3 years too late, but that's neither here nor there. But who was one of Drew Brees' biggest fans? That's right, Russell Wilson. And Russell, after the season he had last year, thought, I can get better if Drew's coaches me. Because we have the same challenges when it comes to height, and I just think with him I can win. There's only one problem with that. The offensive line did not get help. They're still getting killed. The defensive line got worse because the year you got to Denver, the Broncos could have signed Von Miller. They didn't. He went to Buffalo. Then they traded away Bradley Chubb. and you have no pass rush. So what is any defensive coordinator supposed to do? Even if you get your stats up and your numbers up, you're still going to lose shootouts because you have no defense. You're learning that the hard way this year because you lost 2 shootouts, week 1 and week 2. True, you could have won both games and should have won both games if actually you should have won week 1 if your kicker actually makes kicks, but week 2 shouldn't have been close if a defensive back for the Washington Commanders / Redskins / football team, whatever you want to call them, that's down a Hail Mary pass instead of trying to intercept it. It goes opposite, gets caught. The Broncos have to go for 2 to send the game into overtime. It fails, and the Broncos lose by 2. And the result wasn't as people in Denver are thinking, okay, we could be 2-0 or 1-1. We're going to Miami against tuna fish. I mean, 2-1. Excuse me, it's going to take me a while to give him respect because I'm used to not giving him any because he's always hurt. So, they go into Denver and, like a Kardashian, they give it up easy. What do I mean by that? Well, the first touchdown to Tyreek Hill is a blown coverage. No one is in within 10 yards of Tyreek Hill. But there's a safety at about the, I'd say, 15 or 10-yard line. And when Tyreek Hill catches it around the 30 or 25-yard line. Now the safety can make either a football decision and try to tackle Tyreek Hill, or 2, he can make a business decision and get out of Tyreek. Let me pause this and get back to this once my dog stop barking. Give me a second. I'll be right back. As I was saying, Kareem Jackson had one of 2 choices to make. A football decision and try to tackle Tyreek Hill, or B, a business decision, get out of Tyreek's way and let him score. Guess which one he chose? I'll give you 10 seconds to guess. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He made the business decision and got out of Tyreek Hill's way and let him walk into the end zone and jump into the crowd to celebrate with Dolphins fans. By the way, this game was in Miami. I didn't know there was such thing as Dolphins fans, but that's neither here nor there. Now, and the Broncos did have a pass play that should have been a completed pass that the refs blew the call, and Sean Payne, being the idiot he is, did not challenge the call. The call that would have given the Broncos the ball deep in Miami territory. Easy for me to say. I'm doing this late Sunday night. Cut me some slack. Now on the next possession, it's a run play to Raheem Mostert, and I'll give one linebacker credit. He tried to tackle Raheem Mostert, and he got tracked and run over. And after that happened, nobody tried to tackle Raheem Mostert. 14-0 Dolphins. Then Russell Wilson drives down the field, gets a touchdown, cuts it to 14-7. Then it looks like the Broncos get the ball back, drive down the field. Looks like they tie it, only for an offensive pass interference call. It'll be called. It was the right call because you can't body check a defensive back and stop him from getting to it, the player he's defending. And then they stupidly settle for a field goal. I think I missed the Miami touchdown somewhere in there, and it's 21-10 Broncos. Yeah, I did miss a Dolphins touchdown somewhere in there. Basically, it got so bad it was 56 to 10 or 17, and backup quarterback and former Jet Mike White gets in there and gets snaps. They do this for backups when it's a blowout. It was so bad that they let a receiver, the Broncos, let a receiver get wide open. Mike White throws it, it gets caught, and the receiver is there. The cornerback, Patrick Surtain, the second to tackle it, and he doesn't do it. He lets the receiver run into the end zone, and it's 63 to, let's say, 17 Dolphins. At that point, you would think, okay, they're going to stop scoring. No, they score one more touchdown and get one more to make it 70-0. And they're lucky it wasn't 70. The Broncos are really not 70-0. 70-17. You know what I'm trying to get at. And they're lucky it wasn't 77-17. Now, what can the Broncos do to get better this year? Absolutely nothing. Tank. Trade whatever good player you have to another team to get a high round pick. Whether it be a first, a second, or even a third, anything above a fifth round pick. I don't know what players you have to trade besides Patrick Surtain II or Jerry Jeudy out of Alabama was on the last year of his rookie contract. Nobody's going to want Cortland Sutton after he fumbled 2 balls and gave both of those possessions away today. So good luck trading him. Even if you wanted to. Even if you could, because I'm pretty sure the Broncos signed him to an extension. I could be wrong about that. But the big thing is they keep getting the coaching hires wrong. First, there was Nathaniel Hackett, and he proved that he can't hack it as a coach unless he has Aaron Rodgers. Now it's Sean Payton. And he's proving he retired for a reason. Because he can't coach anymore. Oh, and the best thing is, after the game, he said, we have to watch the tape. Trust me, as a former coach, or somewhat coach of a baseball team, of any sports team, you know there are games where you go back and look at what happened, and there are games where you just say, fuck it, move on, forget about it, go on to the next game. This is one of the games where you don't watch the tape and you say, fuck it, we're on to the next game. Just like in 2015/16 when the Patriots got beat by the Chiefs so bad, idiots were saying Tom Brady should have retired after that game. Bill Belichick that day said, we're on to Cleveland. We're not even going to think about this game. We're on to Cleveland. That's the difference between a great coach and a good coach. Bill Belichick, all-time great. Sean Payton, good offensive mind. Not a great coach, unfortunately. And Russell Wilson, you are going to get injured behind that horrible offensive line. That is not me wishing bad things to happen to you. That is me just stating a fact. The offensive line is so bad, it's likely to get you injured. Again, I'm not hoping this happens, but the probabilities are high. And with that being said, until tomorrow, which will be Tuesday for you, when I talk about the Bears and that dumpster fire in Chicago. God first, God bless, stay safe, stay out of trouble. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until the next one, all down. Peace.